Hello and welcome to ESO Creators number 8. So today we're going to be visiting Jemima Turner. So hello Jemima.
Hello, Elara. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Welcome to it's not my home, but welcome to this home.
Okay. So before we begin, how long have you been playing the game for?
Well, I started playing the game initially in 2014. I had a beta copy, and I played it on and off for about 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And then I stopped playing because, I just stopped playing. And then I played Black Desert Online, and they had housing, much more limited than what we have here, but I loved it. So when COVID-19 lockdown came along and I'm looking for something to do, I thought I'd have a look. I don't know why. I thought I'd have a look at ESO again, and I discovered there was housing.
Yeah.
So I think it was like May 27th or something, I started playing again. I am a terrible player. I hate endgame. I'm a terrible player, but I love housing. Yeah. So, it's sometimes hard to make enough money, but I've been learning. I've been learning about, guild trading and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
anyway, I often have a little, quirky, well, I say often, I don't have many houses, but I do like to have sometimes a little humor or quirkiness in them. So this whole thing is quirky, this house.
Very nice. So how many item slots have you used here?
197 out of 200.
Yeah. And you said some of your houses have effects. Is this one of them?
Sorry, say that again. I didn't catch
some
that.
Some of your houses you said have effects in them. Is this one of them?
Have a what in them?
EHT effects. Sorry.
Oh, effects. I'm sorry. Yes, effects. It's not your accent.
Okay.
Must be my hearing. Yes, this one has 3 effects, but I don't know if you can see them or not because Stabity couldn't see them when she came today. And I tried again to publish them, so I don't know. So to check and see, you need to see if there's some white writing up on the porch beside the door. And if not, then it's off for you.
Oh yeah, I can't see that. Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad because that's the whole story. So I'll just read it to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's simple. It's quick. Okay. It says, boys, give heathen fresh food and milk daily. No parties, or there will be hell to pay when I get back. Azura is watching. Mother.
Very nice.
So this is heathen up here, and you can check his food and see if the boys have been doing their job.
That's cool.
You see, what do you see? Stinky fish and curdled milk, right?
Yeah. Is that nice to see the cat flap here?
You see the little cat door?
Oh, that's so cute.
Now, if EHT was on, it would be black at the back so that it was going into the house. So that's.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. It still looks pretty cool though. So what's the idea behind this house? What's the inspiration?
Well, this house, belongs to, I don't know, maybe she's an Azura worshiper or witch or something, but obviously she's got sons who regularly don't follow her rules. And so while she's away, they threw a party, and you can see the games are not your traditional maybe party games, or well, maybe they are if you're a young teen. Or
spin the bottle. That's so funny.
Yeah, drinking game.
Oh, that's so funny.
But they do put on a good spread.
Yeah. Oh,
I think caterers must have arrived.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well-fed drunk party guests. Oh, this is so cool. I love all the lighting here. It's so colourful.
Yeah, that's why you really need to come when it's dark to get the full effect, but it's fine in the daytime. It's not bad.
Ah, it's so nice. So her sons have come and trashed her house while she's away.
Exactly. So you see, this is a knife throwing game. Hit the bug. See if you can hit
Oh.
them. And of course, if you look at Azura, she's not actually watching them anymore. But she is holding some snacks for them.
Oh, it's funny. It's almost like she doesn't want to see what's going on.
Well, I think more likely they dragged the vines over her eyes so that she couldn't see what was going on.
Oh, that's such a cool idea. I love the monkey eating the worms.
Yeah, eating the nuts except they're grubs or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you say this won a contest?
Yes, it won second prize in Sonia Play's garden party contest. Now, I haven't seen what my competition was, so I don't know, how come I came in second, but she liked it.
Yeah,
She
it's
liked
really
it. I
good.
think
It's
maybe
very
because
creative.
it's different, right? It's not your usual garden party. Maybe that helped a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's very unique. It's a really cool idea.
And she didn't see the effects, so she didn't know the little story, which, that's too bad because I think the story tells it all, right? It's like bad boys behind mom's back. And mom's probably pretty dangerous.
Yeah, she's worshipping Azura, all of this Daedric stuff out here as well.
Yeah, she may not be kidding when she says there will be hell to pay. So, but they risked it. Obviously, they risked it.
How long did this take you to make?
Not too long. A couple of days, maybe. I probably not full time, of course, but
Yeah,
and then a little bit of, what it's like, a little bit of tweaking and fiddling afterwards too. And a couple of times I got something that I could use to replace something else that was better, and so I added that right up until the last minute. I think I pretty much tweaked it a little bit.
I like how you've used this sack of millet or something for a plant. That's a cool idea. I've not seen anybody do that before.
Well, there's another one up here, yeah. I figure she's probably not a great gardener, right? She maybe doesn't have that much of a green thumb, but she'll try. Either that or the boys dragged it in from somewhere. I'm not sure. I didn't really get down to that nitty-gritty detail. Do you like the welcoming guy here? Welcome to the party.
Yeah. I didn't notice him. That's cool. Oh, that's really cute.
Have some flowers, yes. Play a drinking game.
I love it because it's like so fun, and then you've got all of these little dark bits around, like the skull over there, and like
yeah.
it's great.
So I think they tried to cover up some of the dark stuff with some ivy and things here to try and hide a bit of it from the guests.
Yeah, it's great. Wonderful.
It was really fun to do because I felt like I could be silly and just use, imagination and not have to be perfect, perfect garden party. It could be a bit goofy.
Yeah, that's fun because I guess housing's about the fun, isn't it? Really, more than anything.
Right. I wouldn't do it at all if it wasn't fun, and I'm sure that goes for every single person in housing.
Yeah, definitely. What is this light here? Blue.
Just a sec, I'll tell you. I'll try and tell you. The vines are getting in the way. Daedric Torch, Cold Harbor. Daedric Torch, Cold Harbor.
Nice.
It doesn't come with the vines.
Is there anything else you want to say about this house?
No, not really. Just how much fun it was to be able to kind of let loose with this one, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say this one because when you see one of the others, I kind of let loose on that one too. So, hmm.
Yeah.
we we can go to my main house now, which is not my character's house or any of my characters' houses, but it's the house that I love the most and spent absolutely the most time on doing every tiny little detail. It's a domestic home. It's not a fun thing like this, you know, like something
Yeah.
crazy.
Something
So
pretty.
that's yeah, it's just like a normal home, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you about it when we get there. So that is
Great.
the Proudspire Manor. So are we?
Oh,
Shall we
nice.
both go then?
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
Okay, all right. So this house belongs to a fairly wealthy solitude merchant. He's an older man, very proud. He didn't have any children with his first wife, so he married a widow with two girls, about 11 and 5 years old. And they, as a couple, have now had a baby boy. He is very conscious of his position in society, so he likes to show off the thing he has. Hence, the big portrait of supposedly himself.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, the big chest and all the glitter and things that you might have.
Yeah.
So when you walk in, the first thing you see is this big picture of him, this fancy chest full of who knows. So you start to think, oh, this guy, well, he might be somebody, right? That's you to think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
and so it's set for a dinner party, and so they have had they. I guess if you imagine them here, they might be sitting in the living room over.
Yeah.
And the men may be sitting around this table doing business because there's a contract on the table, a signed
Okay.
contract.
Yeah.
So I think this was partially a business meeting. And the ladies might have been back here relegated to the back corner over there. I don't know. A sexist community. I don't know.
What was your what was your inspiration for this house? Did anything inspire it, or was it from your
It
imagination?
started with the two girls.
Mm.
Yeah, it started with the two girls when I was building the bedroom downstairs. You'll see that in a minute. And I wanted their bed areas to be very different, even though they're in the same room, as you'll see. And so the older girl basically is trying to follow in her dead father's footprints. He was either, I don't know, a warden or a game warden or a ranger, something like that. And so she's more on the simplistic side, nature. Maybe she might be even studying to be a druid, something like that. And the little girl, is like she wants to be a princess.
Oh.
And her stepfather indulges them both. They can have whatever they want, but he loves the baby boy most of all.
Mm.
And the girls know that. So the little princess, because she knows this, she can wrap him around her little finger and get all the pretty things for her room that she could possibly want.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Oh, sorry, I'm in your kitchen.
You've gone.
I mean,
Oh, hello.
hello. I love the way you've done your sink here with the jug.
Yeah, I have done that about 5 different ways, this sink. So this is what I ended up with. The sink, the washing up area is actually over here, and if you could see EHT, it would have some water in the bowl
Oh.
in the corner there, but you can't see the water.
No. Oh, it's a shame it's not working, but it's great without it anyway.
Yeah, well, you're going to miss the wallpaper in the girls' room too,
Oh
but
no.
it's okay. Yeah, I probably spent hours lining up those tiles and
Oh
the
no,
wallpaper. Well, I
I feel
did.
terrible. I wish it was working.
It's okay. It should work without EHT as well, right? I mean, you
Mm,
should be able to come in if you don't have EHT and still enjoy it, I think.
yeah. Here's a really nice cozy kitchen. I like it a lot.
I put I closed the pass through because I didn't think he'd want his guests to be looking directly into the kitchen, but that
Mm.
pass through is like a blind that you can raise and lower
Ah,
in their life.
yeah. Very nice. Whereabouts are we going to go to next? Outside, downstairs, upstairs?
Do you want to see? Well, do you want to see the downstairs? The girls' room is downstairs. It might
Yeah.
start
Okay.
the whole story better. On the way to the girls' room, you have to stop by this cage here.
Wow.
And notice that there's food and water in there, but there's nothing in the cage. So then
Okay.
when you go into the girls' room, when you go into the girls' room over here, you might figure something out. So head into the girls' room.
Ah, it's a bear. That's so cute. Escape.
This is KB. And then the monkey up there, right, took his
Ah,
bananas and left.
oh,
You
that's
have to have a
cute.
little fun, right? A little fun with it, right?
Definitely. I love the flower basket. It looks so nice in here.
So this is the 11-year-old side with all the nature things, and the more ascetic, simple furniture,
Mm.
and that kind of thing. And then the little princess is over here with all the glitter and pink and everything. So, and the wallpaper is behind is just beautiful, but of course you
Oh.
can't see it.
What does it look like? Is it pink?
It's no, but it's like a little bit of aqua and orangey, and it's like scalloped, and it's just beautiful. It's one of Crisea's, I think it's Crisea, um, panels, tiles from EHT, and
Mm.
of course you have to fit like 50 tiles in to make it work, but
Oh.
maybe not 50. Um, and a couple of times it shifted when I wasn't here, and I had to go
Ah.
back and redo it. I'm like, oh no. And the other one has wallpaper behind her desk, but it's much more muted,
Mm.
and it's nice. It's sort of a light greeny gray, and it's another tile, maybe Crisea's again, and but it's a little bit more because that's not really her thing.
Mm.
But
Ah.
she has a desk, books, she studies, and she goes and picks her plants, and she has her backpacks. She has a couple of backpacks where she goes out in the field.
Yeah, it looks
But the
brilliant.
little girl, yeah, buy me, buy me stuff.
Oh.
Buy me a jester's coffer. Buy me a little pink kitty. Buy me this. Buy me that.
Yeah, I love how you put the flowers in this basket.
Oh, it's funny because when I was playing Skyrim single player, which I played a lot,
Mm.
they have a housing thing there, and I did that there for a little girl's room, and it was
Yeah.
just sort of natural to do it here.
Yeah, it looks brilliant.
But it's much more difficult. The single player Skyrim one, it's really hard to do the housing there. For me, it
Mm.
was very tricky, and things would fly around, and
Yeah.
wouldn't stay put, and it wasn't as anywhere near as much fun as this. This is this is too much fun.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can see here the little girls do get along. They've got a game set up and a couple of cushions, so they do play together. So
Yeah, great. I love the little touch with the bear. Very cute.
yeah. So yeah, out here you can see some storage
Mm.
and the washing laundry area. If you could see You could see bubbles coming out of the wash tub and water in the bottom of the wash tub, but
Oh
you can't
no.
see that. So
I just wish I had.
yeah,
Wish it was
I
working.
was that was one of my first that was one of my first effects when I did the bubbles. I'm like, oh, bubbles! Oh, this is amazing! And
Yeah.
now nobody can see it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh well, so at some point it'll get fixed. I'm sure.
Hmm.
I just don't know how at this point to do it.
Could
So
it
I need
possibly?
somebody, you know.
It could maybe
Uh,
possibly be because of the update the other day, maybe.
I updated EHT, so I mean, hopefully that didn't break something. I
Hmm.
updated yesterday for the last time. I don't think there was anything overnight, was there?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Okay, well, I'm up to date. I'm up to date then. So,
Hmm. I love this.
and then over here. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry,
Where are
the
you?
way the wheat and the
Oh, there you are. You're behind.
these good ways
Oh
of using
yeah,
things like the
yeah.
wheat and the barrel.
Well,
It's good.
sometimes you have to use what you've got,
Hmm.
right? It's like you can't, I don't want to buy every single item. So if I have something, I sometimes just try and make it work, fit it in, do something with it.
Yeah, looks great.
So, yeah. And over here is where the merchant, he has a wall safe and some other, you know, obviously chests of stuff.
Yeah.
And this sitting area is for the girls and for the staff. They can just come over here and, you know, because the servants would never be allowed to sit upstairs.
Yeah,
But I
great.
think it's cozy.
Yeah, it's very cozy.
I think they would be okay down here, as long as the bear's in his cage, which he's not.
Yeah.
And then the bathroom, it's too bad you can't see the effects again because the bathroom has amazing um, green, and I don't know what the motif is, but it's green and it's like a huge flowering or huge branching tree, and
Oh.
there's one in each three of the three panels, and it's beautiful.
Oh, I really
But
wish I could
yeah,
see it. That is a shame.
yeah, because I know for you it looks just plain,
Yeah, it looks
but it
beautiful
looks
still
absolutely
though.
stunning.
It still looks really nice.
Yeah, not as nowhere. When I turn the effects off, I go, no.
Oh, that's a shame that they're not working. But
The other thing, yeah, the other thing I did on, I know this little dresser here, I put I painted with EHT the front of the drawers
mm,
with like a light green wash so that you can still see the texture of the wood, but it kind of matches the light green of the wallpaper. And I did it the same to the 11-year-olds dresser because these solitude dressers are really not my favorite.
yeah, they're very plain, aren't
I
they?
find them, very plain and not very, I don't know, upscale, I guess.
Yeah.
So even though this is a solitude merchant, he has got stuff from lots of different places. Like he doesn't have to use solitude furniture, but I didn't want to buy every single new piece for this, I mean,
Mm.
a lot of it I bought with real money, and I decided I had to stop that.
Yeah, it's easy though, isn't it? When you're in the middle of a build, you're like, oh, I'll just buy some crowns.
Just a few more crowns and I'll be okay. Yeah, been there.
Uh,
couple or three times or more. So now
yeah.
we can either go upstairs. Let's go upstairs and we'll save the outside for last, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Whoops.
Yeah.
I did a dodge roll. Okay, so this is the sitting room for the merchant and his wife. Their private sitting room, but if you look behind you, you'll notice that his portrait is up here as well.
Oh yeah.
So she can't forget who he is either. My husband, the merchant.
I love the way you built your fireplace. That looks brilliant.
I stole that from someone.
It looks
That
great.
idea. I think I stole all my stuff from someone.
It
If
looks
someone
great.
steals anything from me, that would be a miracle.
Yeah. Well, I might steal your corn in the rain bucket.
And so this is their bedroom, and you
Yeah.
can see on the far side of the bed she has her fancier wardrobe and trunk and everything. And then on
Yeah.
his side, his is a little more masculine.
Yeah.
And he has a wall safe here as well. You can see the wall safe here.
Oh yeah.
And this is his garret. That's one of his ships up there on the wall. A portrait of one of his ships.
Yeah. They're
So
great,
he
the new
does some work up
paintings, aren't
here.
they? They're lovely.
Are those new painting? Is that a new
Mm.
painting?
I think so, yeah,
Oh
they're great.
no. I think I got that from the Crown store
Mm.
some time back. I don't know. But here's the nursery for the baby.
Ah.
The apple of his eye.
Oh, that's cute.
Changing table,
Oh
box
yeah,
of
the
wipes
changing.
of, you know.
That is so cute.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be spoiled. Oh boy. He doesn't have his own bedroom though. I don't know where he's going to sleep. There's no more bedrooms in this house. I think they're going to have to move
Oh.
to a bigger house.
I love the way you
And
put the
this is
shelf here. Sorry.
what?
The way you put the shelf here, it works really well.
Oh yeah. Well, because it wasn't really a place here for a bedside table for him because of this thing that's jutting out, right?
Mm.
And uh, I thought, well, why not do that like you might in real life, sink it into the wall, right? And
Mm.
yeah, so
Yeah, with the table
my
runner and
cell phone.
everything. Looks really nice.
Yeah, yeah. I really can't find any good uses for those runners, but that worked
Mm.
because it doesn't really fit anything.
No, they
So,
don't.
but
That's
yeah,
true.
what were they made for?
I don't know.
It's like the new Solitude door doesn't fit the archway.
Yeah,
It's very weird.
it
Like,
is.
why did somebody not mention it'd be a good idea to have it fit? I don't know.
I don't know. It's
And
strange.
this is the wife's area, as you can tell. In when I'm looking at it, there's a clock on the mirror. So
Oh.
you're seeing a mirror. I'm seeing a clock,
Oh.
but it's got the mirror frame, and so it's a really lovely clock with the mirror frame.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is
Ah.
the couple's room.
Yeah, very nice and colourful.
Yes. Some of the furnishings, they're just lovely, and I really love using them. Others,
Mm.
not so much.
Yeah.
But when you're first starting out, you buy the cheap stuff, or you get the cheap stuff with a house or something like that, and
Mm.
then you can branch out from there.
I love how you've mixed the styles, like some of it's red guard, cashew, and it all just works together
Yes.
so well. It's great.
Yes, because he's a merchant, I figure he'd be able to buy anything he wanted, right? He wouldn't have
Mm.
to stick to, he'd just buy the nice stuff that he liked, and whatever she wanted, she'd go down to the market and say, well, I don't like your dresser, that's no good. How about we get this beautiful, fancy elsewhere dresser and trunk for me? And he'd
Yeah.
be, fine, you gave me a son, you can have whatever you want. Right? I mean, he now has an heir.
Yeah. Really.
Oh, a little bit old-fashioned these days, I guess, eh? Story just came like the story just came like that, all by itself. It just evolved like that.
Yeah, it's great. I love how it's got a story. It makes it more special, I think.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing a house without a story, and I think that's not the same for everyone. I think everyone does it a little bit differently. Sometimes I think the furniture, you might get some furniture that might start a story, or
Yeah.
you have a story, or the house might start a story. But some people just don't have a story, and I don't know how to do it like that.
Mm.
But maybe someday I'll be able to just do a place that has no story. It might not be as much fun, Oh, I like the story part.
Yeah, I think it's great that it's got a story. I think it makes it more special, definitely.
Shall we go outside now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go out on the patio or porch or whatever it's called. And this I roofed over.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks great. It's like a whole other room.
Yes, I made it into a whole other room, but I didn't. There's no glass, and so somebody. I have a friend who doesn't know anything about this, and I showed it to her, and she said, "Well, what? Well, isn't that cold in winter?" And I'm like, "Yes, I guess they don't use this in winter." I'm like, "This is a fantasy world, though, so you know."
Yeah.
Oh, that's the neighbor's cat.
Oh, it's cute.
It always comes to visit.
Oh, this looks really nice with the roof and ceiling fan.
Yeah, because of the barbecue and the steam from the sauna, right? You need a
Okay.
fan. I don't use much of the Dwemer stuff. I don't really like it. So, yeah, it was kind of cool to be able to use the fan. It's like, oh, hey, I can use this.
Yeah.
The odd piece, I mean, this is Dwemer, and I guess these couple of things are over here by the barbecue is got a Dwemer trunk or crate. Crate? That cargo
Yeah.
thing underneath. And I think this brass pot is probably Dwemer. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what to do with all the mechanical stuff, the Dwemer mechanical stuff. I'm not an engineer by any stretch, and so I am
Yeah.
not really sure about making something out of that. So maybe one day, or maybe
Yeah.
not.
I do like how they've got a lot of movement, haven't they? That fan adds something. It's like moving.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so pretty. It's really cozy.
I
Like
figured
I
that.
would want to live in this house.
Yeah,
It's so cozy.
I know. That's why this is my main house. Even though I am not the wife or whatever, I kind of think of myself as a welcome visitor.
Yeah.
Maybe a friend of hers, right?
Oh.
Because I'm a Khajiit. My main character is a Khajiit. And so this is definitely not my house. You're going to actually see my quote unquote house next. It's not really my house either, but it's more Khajiit for sure.
Oh, that's cute.
So do you want to go? Oh, when you're ready, tell me, and we can go to number 3.
Yep, I just want to ask you, how long did this house take you?
Oh boy, I'm still working on this bit by bit. You know, when I get something new, I switch things out or whatever. But it took me a few days. Didn't take me too
Yeah.
long because the ideas were coming fast and furiously, and I was spending crowns like a rich person, which I'm not. So there was lots of things available because I was spending money on them. But I have added things like the signs, the hanging signs. I have bought those. I only had a couple to begin with, and then I added a couple more because he's a merchant. I thought these kind of represented his business, and he likes to show off his business everywhere. So I kind of thought that would.
Yeah,
that would
that's cool.
And
have you used all of your slots?
they're nice in the windows instead of curtains.
They are, yeah. They're
What was that?
neat. Have you used all of your slots? Have you still got slots left?
Yes, I have. So now when I have to switch something out or I have to try and merge something, like find something that'll work for 2 or 3 things, and then I can maybe add something new.
Yeah.
But yes. And I have done that a couple of times, or a few times. I've said, "Oh, do I really need this?" Once I place something, I have a hard time removing it. Like, to me, that's its place. And if I remove it, I feel like there's a gap there and that people will see that gap. And I know that's not true. That's just in my mind. So I have a hard time removing things. So it's taken time to actually change things up a little tiny bit. But I won't change up things much because I adore this place. I am in
Yeah.
love with this house. It feels so homey and has a great story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's great. And maybe one day we'll get more items. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go to your last house now then?
Yes. My last house is the Lucky Cat Landing.
Very nice.
And it's called here, kitty kitty. Gotta find it here. Where are you? Here we are. I did enter this in let's see, DDA's. Was it DDA? Have the competition for the not suitable for work, but it's so
Yeah.
subtle that first of all, I don't. That contest hasn't been judged yet. I don't think. It's
Mm.
so subtle that I don't think anyone would really notice what it's all about if they were looking at it at work. So it doesn't really. It probably will never win anything, not even a mention. So
Oh.
it's not it's not going to bother your visitors, I don't think at all.
Oh.
They're going to do several houses. They just can't, and you have no way of saying, "Oh, look at that over there! No, 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 go over there!"
Yeah.
You always feel a little bereft after they've been there because it's like you missed half of my good stuff, but there's no way. I mean, look how long it's taken us
Yeah.
to just look at. Oh, here you are.
Yeah, I'm here now.
All right. So this is, this is the, I don't know what you call this, and some visitors are obviously have arrived on their steeds and tigers and things. The tiger's
Very
not
nice.
eating the horses, thank God. At one point I had a stable sort of thing here for them, but I just needed the slot, so I had to put them out in the sun.
Yeah.
Hope they're
Oh.
not getting sunburned.
So what's your idea behind this house?
Well, the owner of this house, I guess, is my Khajiit, and she's into thieving and into assassination.
Yeah.
But her daytime job is taking care of this place, which is a I guess it's a brothel, really, is what it is.
Yeah.
So, there are lots of nice places to spend time with someone. Oh, and this
Yep.
is the little gift shop. You
Oh,
got
that's
that right.
cute. Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
So over here, you sit and in my imagination, these flowers are giving off some kind of drug, right? Because you see all the
Oh,
little bubbles coming up from the flowers. This is
yeah.
sort of like moon sugar
Moon sugar pool.
plant. It's not. Yeah, the pool and this plant make kind of you're sitting in an area of sort of drugged bliss.
Oh.
Like nobody would get that if I didn't explain it, right? But
Mm,
in my imagination, that's what's going on there.
great.
And we'll go out. We'll see the outside first. There's a lot of things going on out here. Be prepared. Okay, so if we go to the right over here, this
Okay.
is this moon mirror is the sign outside this little kiosk, and this is where you
Oh.
can get your fortune told. This is a fortune
Oh,
teller's globe
yeah,
right
I
here.
see, with the little chairs. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm sure that nobody would think that's what that is either, so I'm so glad to be able to explain it to you. And then over here, this plant again, bliss.
Another moon sugar flower.
Yes. And then over here, there's the two-seater sauna, right?
Oh, this
Or
tree.
four.
Did you add this tree? Because this tree just looks brilliant here.
The weeping willow tree
Mm.
is, yes, I wanted some shade, for the shenanigans over here.
Yeah.
Whatever shenanigans we're going over here.
Oh, I see.
And then, and then yeah. More shenanigans. Oh, have you started to count the sweet rolls yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Do you have a certain amount of
You
sweet
might
rolls?
want. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you could probably guess what there might be. I mean, whoops, dodge roll. And over here, this is like, you see the chandelier going around, and the I don't know what you call this, the sphere going around. Well, you can imagine sitting here and looking up and drinking and smoking, um, not marijuana, no, smoking moon sugar, smoking whatever. So here there's a chair tipped over, oh my gosh, I'm so dizzy, and a cup tipped over, and I just, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool idea.
You gotta have an imagination, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then over here, I forget what her name is. Do you know who she is? She's pregnant. She's pregnant, but she doesn't normally come holding a bunch of moon sugar. Which she does here. Well, she's pregnant, which I thought, well, she fits in fine, right? This is the result of the shenanigans. And another sweet roll. And then over here, some strange gambling games going on, and another sweet roll.
Very nice. This is a great house. I love it.
And then we have our drink bar and a sweet roll. Yeah. And we have the food bar and a sweet roll. Whoops, dodge roll. And a sweet roll. And this dog obviously has been visiting the food tent.
Oh,
he's trying to bury. If you watch him, he tries to bury. He tries to bury it. He hasn't quite succeeded yet. But he's trying hard to get rid of it so nobody sees. Come on, go ahead and bury it and show Elara. No, not going to do it now for us. Trust me, he tries to bury it. He's been trying for weeks to bury it.
Aw, that's so cute. I love that.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. So lots of food, lots of drink, lots of skooma, various flavors of skooma, hard liquor, soft liquor, anything you want here.
Very nice.
And a sweet roll. So lots of shenanigans out here. We should probably see what's going on inside.
Can't wait.
I'm wondering what the editing is going to be like for this. So this is the quote-unquote waiting room.
Yeah.
So so this is where you get your ticket to this is the ticket machine for to pay to go into this part of the building, because this is more expensive in here. And this book
Sorry, I love how you've given grapes and wine to the statue.
Oh yeah. Well, of course. This book, if you had EHT, this book would have on a picture of a woman with like a boa and everything, sort of spread out, like, yeah. So, yeah. And also over here you would see the Thieves Guild emblem for escape. The escape signal sign is over here. So now, before we go out the gate, we should maybe go upstairs, because the gate's a little different. Okay.
Yeah.
So you okay to go upstairs now?
Yeah, I'm happy to go wherever.
You've paid for your ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. So So I divided this off. So there was a hallway because I wanted to make it so that there were two rooms that you could pay for.
Okay.
So this is the first room. This is I call this the sexy secretary room.
Oh.
This is where the boss would bring his secretary, right? It looks too much like a lawyer or a doctor's room, but
Mm.
there's the the apple in the bear's mouth, apple temptation, Adam and
Oh,
Eve
yeah.
kind of thing, and
That's
the flowers, and it looks like, but the bear rugs are warm and cozy.
yeah.
So, and a sweet roll. So food and drink and a really, really upscale looking room, atmosphere, but shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I don't know why that's the dark mother, isn't it?
Yeah, I
What's
think
is
so.
that her name?
Nocturnal, is it?
Yeah.
Mm.
So nocturnal. Yeah. So there she is with all her glory, rather sexy looking.
Yeah,
Anyway,
very nice.
let's go down the hall.
Yeah.
And sort of like, everything in this next room is kind of resembles what it's about. I think even the movements of this this antiquity here, you know, eh, you know,
Yeah.
something about it. Just think about, you know,
Oh, it's great.
pretty much has been picked for a reason. Every um, piece of um, tapestry and every,
Mm.
yeah. So you can read into them what you want, but I read into all kinds of things. So you can go ahead and say, oh, they look pretty innocent, but not in my mind. So.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of swords, and there's a lot of
Mm.
interesting shapes, and a boat full of Nords over there.
Yeah. It's great. I love it.
you know, pillaging and doing whatever, and the chair, right? Yeah, the chair.
The chat's very
The
nice.
swing, the swing. You can imagine what's the swing. You can just imagine. I'll just blush when I think about what's going on there. So you see what I mean about this being very subtle,
Mm.
so that I don't think without my explanations, people would think, well, why is this not suitable for work? It's fine, right?
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
It's just in your mind. Yeah. And another sweet roll.
It's great. This sofa's so nice. It kind of suits a brothel.
Yes. Oh, I waited for ages to get one of those. I actually
Mm.
have two now. I almost put another one in here, but I thought it's like, no, you just want to use them because you love them so much. So just leave it at one is fine.
Yeah, they are lovely.
The cushions, the cushions say a lot on the floor, so it's okay to have just one.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This is great.
Mm.
I really love it. It's amazing.
It's fun. It's so fun. Oh, and the throne as well. I mean, somebody has to use the throne. Somebody has to use the throne,
Yeah,
right?
it's funny. Yeah.
So we could go downstairs and see the other side of this business.
Okay. I might Kate.
All right, so this gate obviously is being guarded by a tiger, and I haven't got
Mm.
into pathing yet. I think eventually I'll path this tiger. He'll do a kind of a loop around here or something. But anyway,
Mm.
so this is the other side of the skooma brothel business through here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. So is this like an outlaw area or no?
It's like a skooma den, like the other
Yes, I
side of it,
see.
the addicted side of it.
Yeah, where all of the addicts hang out. I see.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but they're cooking their own skooma and other drugs or whatever. And there's a terrified little spider under the table over here. He's even scared.
Aw.
He's shaking. And look, I mean, it's mushrooms are growing in the corner. I mean, oh boy, it's like I don't
Dirty.
know if that's just from the mold or whether they're growing their next drug or whether that's just mold. But this is not a happy place.
No, you can tell. Needles.
Yeah, just not a happy place, right? Exactly. So then across here is the porch, and so
Okay.
there's another business that's is supporting this brothel as well, which
Mm,
is a full skooma business. So this is where they do a lot of. This is the business side, not the attic side
mm,
of the skooma. I'm packaging skooma for delivery, and some people
mm.
build out on here, and it's beautiful. But I haven't got to that talent yet, so I'm just this is just using the porch. And over here there's this big skooma, I don't know what you could distillery
Yeah, that's cool. I love this.
in with it.
I don't know
What,
what have you used for this? This
for
Eleanor
the
Brave.
fireplace?
Yeah.
For it's a dwarven table with
Mm.
an Eleanor brazier in it.
Oh, you sunk it really far
And
down. Is that? I
yes,
see. Yes,
yes,
because it looks like about four different
yes.
items.
So that you can put your pot on top, right?
Mm. Yeah, it looks great.
And yes, and package it all up for delivery. And yeah, so this is the dark side of. Well, I'm not that the brothel is the bright side, but or the light side, but
uh, it's funny though.
it's funny. So my Khajiit is just into a lot of really really bad stuff. When she's not out stabbing and stealing, this is the rest of her life. She doesn't. I guess she doesn't actually live here because there's nowhere for her to sleep here, and there's no there's no kitchen and that kind of thing. So I
Mm.
guess at some point I'll have to make her a real house. Goodness knows what that will look like. I have no idea.
Yeah,
But
this is where she hangs out.
this is where she hangs out. This is where she does some business and
Oh.
thinks up new things to entice people. Hmm. Oh, and there's a sweet roll out here too.
Oh yeah. Very nice.
And that's it. That's everything.
Well, so yeah, I thank you so much for showing me around your houses. They're absolutely amazing. And so funny. This one's so funny. It's great. They're really
Thank
fun.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you for letting me explain all the details that make it, what it is, what make them what they are for me, because that's just not possible most of the time. It's just not possible, and
Mm.
it's wonderful. I'm so grateful.
I'm really
I
grateful
feel
too. I'm so grateful too. I love
I
hearing about
feel
businesses. It's great.
I'm elated. I'm just elated. You've just made my whole, I don't know, year.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, it's glorious, and I mean, I really love housing so much that
Mm.
being able to share it is is part of it. I think it's
Yeah,
part of what
definitely. Yeah.
makes it so exciting
Mm.
and fulfilling.
Yeah,
I mean, I can do it all for myself, but at the same time, to have somebody else enjoy it, oh my gosh, that's
yeah,
wonderful.
it is. Especially when people spend so long on their houses. Other people, like, they deserve other people to see them, I think.
Right. I mean, you spend hours and days and weeks and months making the houses, and then to just have them
Mm,
sit there and nobody visit them and nobody say anything about them would be a little bit sad.
yeah, it would
Which
be
is
a
why I love the
shame.
housing tours. You know, when
Mm,
people go to your houses in the housing tours, well, the first time I saw, I guess it was Stabby went to one of my other houses.
mm,
I almost fell off my chair because I didn't know that this was going to happen, and I didn't know how she picked houses, and I didn't
mm.
realize that if you open a house, she goes to all the new open houses. I didn't know that, and so I'm like,
Oh,
oh my gosh, she's at my house. And
oh,
she said kind things about it, as she does about everybody's house. She always says kind things. And I was
mm.
just like on the floor.
Oh,
Somebody went to my house.
oh, that's sweet.
So funny.
It was an absolutely
Well,
wonderful visiting. So thank you so much for taking the
it,
time to show me around.
you're welcome. It was a joy, Laura. Bye bye for now.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope that you loved Jemima's houses as much as I do. They were so creative and so funny and so detailed, and I just absolutely adored them. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.